In previous videos, we talked about drawing commands in AutoCAD. In this video, we're going to talk about the unit setting command. Before I talk about setting the unit, I draw a line, I go to line, I draw a line here, a length of 100 units. This is 101, now 100 millimeters, centimeters, we don't know what it is. So now to set the unit, I'll press UN, enter. Let's take a look and see what this is. Let's see the unit is meters. So what I drew now was 100 meters. So now the question is, if I put this instead of meters, for example, millimeters, will it convert this unit or not? What will this 100 meters do? If we are in the software, when we change the unit, this will also change. That is that 100 meters, for example, can be 100,000 millimeters. If I measure this, it can be 100,000. But now let's change it to millimeters here. Let's see what happens. I put it on millimeters and press OK. And now I measure again. I put a DI. And again, I measure from here to here. The explanation is that in AutoCAD, to measure the DI, you have to press the distance command. In the future movie, the whole thing about size, we'll talk about measurement. Well, I'm measuring this. As you can see, it's still set, so there's no resizing and no conversion. AutoCAD is exactly where we say that you don't need to set the unit in AutoCAD. You can choose a unit in your mind and draw your drawings accordingly. Setting the unit is usually for when you want to output from AutoCAD. If you want to send your file, for example, go to the 3D Max behavior software, go to the behavior software or another behavior software. In such cases, the unit must be set so that the destination behavior software understands what unit you did your drawings in. Well, now the unit is set. Is it in the settings for units? We can only set the length unit. No, we can also set the angle unit. I'll press U in this and look here. See, at the top here, there is a port after the decimal point. First, it says what the measurement format should be. For example, decimal. It can be decimal. That is as we count white 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 10 numbers, which is correct. Then again, 10 or 11 to 19. Again, 10 numbers. We always divide by 10 in our own way. This is decimal. Now, there is another different format that we work with decimal mode. This is also the step after the decimal point. That is, when you take a measurement, now look at this below. All the measurements are given to 4 digits after the decimal point. This is what it is. AutoCAD clone is adjustable for precision with a maximum of 8 digits after the pointer. You can adjust this. 4 digits are enough for it. Well, the next thing is about the angle unit. I set this to decimal declination. If you are precise, the decimal declination will be 0 to 360 degrees. But there is another mode. There is another format, such as the format for inserting exact seconds. There is a degree format, a radian format, and a format related to mapping. This is related to the degree after the pointer. For example, now the rotation is 0 to 360 degrees. I can tell it to take the dimensions for me with precision. For example, 23 degrees and 43 hundredths. In this way, by default, AutoCAD software takes this X direction as 0 degrees and starts from here and rotates until it reaches 360 degrees. But you can do this in reverse. You can check the clockwise box here. If you set it to clockwise, this will be the opposite, meaning it will rotate counterclockwise from here. It rotates this way, 90 this way, 180 this way, 270 this way. Well, it's not very common. Why do I have to do anything else? Because according to the instructions, it's always this way that angles rotate. In fact, they rotate counterclockwise. So when I remove this, this was a summary of the topics related to setting the unit in the AutoCAD software. Of course, I'll tell you the same thing. The last point is that if you click this option here, you can even tell it that this direction is not my zero line. For example, tell it that it is the perpendicular direction of my degree line. For example, from here, the degree line is this way or this way. You can rotate and adjust the angles. There is no need to do this at all. Well, all these settings were related to the AutoCAD software unit. Now, what is the length and angle? Be sure to subscribe to the page so that you don't miss the next tutorial. Let's go to the next tutorial.